Hello friends. So after one sem break, I'm again back to teach you Mechanics of Machinery ME301. I hope everyone knows me. I'm Ashwit Arshnoy from Department of Mechanical Engineering. So after thermodynamics, I'm back again to teach you Mechanics of Machinery ME301, which will be your subject in 5th semester. So just to get an overview of how the syllabus looks like, and before anybody asks me what is the textbook or what is the reference they can take, and because of the pandemic we don't know how much contact class we will get, so hoping we will continue with the online for most of the semesters because that is the most adverse condition. Me as well as you will like to get contact classes, but I don't know how it will plan out. So what I will tell you is I will upload videos mostly made by recorded by myself, or in some situations some other sources which reliable sources like good university lectures which is better than mine, so I will upload those. I'll share all the links in your linways of the videos, and also I will upload lecture notes mostly handwritten by myself, so you can take that as the most for 90% or 75% of your studies. And other than that, those who want to use textbook for their reference, you can always use any of the textbooks given by your KTU syllabus. This is the KTU syllabus. Course code is ME301, and that is Mechanics of Machinery. You have 4 credits for this course, so it is a major course. You should learn well. If you pass, you will get 4 credits. That will improve your CGPA. And textbook that KTU offers as textbook is Ballani Theory of Machines and SS Rattan Theory of Machines. And these are all the four in others book for reference. And those who want to refer other than this, I would suggest one book along with this is by VP Singh. And name is Theory of Machines itself. And those who like to buy books, you can buy this book because you will need this book again for the dynamics of machinery that you will learn in next semester, that is 6th semester. So if you can get hold of these books, this is available in our library. Ratan, I don't know how much is VP Singh is available in our library, or VP Singh is readily available in internet also as ebook. So the book that I will refer is VP Singh because that is easiest for you to understand the concepts. Ratan is also okay. Ballani, I don't recommend because Ballani is a little complicated. The way they have visualized, and also the language that used is not that much friendly to your students, so it will be difficult. So SS Ratan and VP Singh, and in that I will prefer VP Singh, but SS Ratan is also okay. Both are actually easy to understand, and for your university questions are coming from these two mainly, Ratan and VP Singh. So that is regarding the textbook. And regarding your course plan or the module wise split up, I will share the syllabus with you. For the first module anyway, we will be introducing you to different mechanisms, the basics of mechanism, the basic understanding of kinematics, and how the kinematics works in various mechanisms and machines, and also degree of freedom, and 2 3 laws or criterions are there. Grashof criterion is there, Kurzbach criterion is there. 2 3 all simple things. First module is very easy for you, and it will involve very basic understanding of what is a machine, what are the basic parts or components of a machine, how they are classified, how the motions are classified, how do you analyze a machine, like that. And you will learn very basic mechanisms also, like straight line mechanism, 4 bar mechanism, Ackermann and Davis steering gear mechanism. So Davis is not mentioned in the syllabus, but you should know Davis also. Then only you can get good understanding of Ackermann, because there are some advantages the Ackermann has over Davis. And Hooke's joint, Geneva mechanism, transmission angle of different mechanisms, displacement and velocity analysis. This will be your numerical part. Displacement velocity analysis. For this, you should know drawing. This section actually is drawing. Drawing means in your notebook itself, but you will have to draw scaled diagram like you did in the geometry of maths. So you require scale and pencil, compass, protractor, all those things for this velocity acceleration analysis. And Also there is instantaneous center method. So for that you will be required drawing. So that may be in our second, third or fourth session only. So today we will start with introduction to kinematics. That is basically how different components are used to constitute a mechanism and how mechanisms are used to constitute a machine. We have all heard what is machine, mechanism and everything. So we'll start with that. So I'm going to start with module 1. We'll just have a brief discussion of basics of kinematics or introduction to kinematics. So in this the topic is introduction to kinematics. Introduction to kinematics. So before learning, you have heard kinematics like kinetics and then dynamics in engineering mechanics. So similar to that, kinematics means movement of two things or mechanisms or kinematic links, various components are there. So we'll start with that. So first we will learn step by step and we will learn a simple tree or flow chart. First component of that is kinematic link. You have all heard what is called a link, isn't it? Link is all familiar to you. What is link? Link means a body which connects. And in mechanism or a machine or in mechanics of machinery subject, we will consider this as body which connects other two bodies or bodies which are in relative motion. So you can define link as component which connects two or more bodies in relative motion. Relative motion. So examples. You have seen engines, IC engines and all those things. There are many links in that. For example, will be first one will be connecting rod. Connecting rod is a link which connects crank to the piston. Another example you can draw is piston itself. Piston is a link which connects cylinder or the cylindrical surface to the connecting rod. Like that, you can get different links in the IC engine itself, or other than that also you can get different examples. And link is classified into different types. First one is rigid link. Rigid link means you cannot change the shape of the link. That means it will be a solid link or it will be rigid. You cannot change the shape. Other one example are all of these are examples of rigid link. Connecting rod, piston, everyone is an example for rigid link. Next one is a flexible link. Flexible link. And that means the link will be flexible. Most common example you can get is chain. Chain is a link which connects a rear and front end of a vehicle or a rear end engine of a vehicle or connecting rod of a vehicle or gearbox of a vehicle. Like that, chain is also a link. That is a flexible link. And also you can imagine rope also to be a flexible link. So flexible link is flexible compared to rigid link. Rigid link you can also use as a your propeller shaft. Propeller shaft or axle that connects two wheels and the differential, all those things are rigid links. So flexible links are chain and rope. That is flexible in nature. And there is also another link called, or classification of link called fluid link. Fluid link means we have seen hydraulic presses and hydraulic lift, hydraulic jacks and all those things. In that, the link between the moving element and the piston is a hydraulic fluid or a different kind of oils are used. So that is a flux fluid link. And also in pneumatic, so example would be hydraulic press. In the hydraulic fluid will be a high flux fluid link, or pneumatic. Pneumatic means instead of fluid there will be air. Pneumatic press or pneumatic lift or anything, that will be fluid link. So these are the basic classifications of links: kinematic links, rigid link, flexible link, fluid link. And the link is a component which connects two or more bodies which are in relative motion. And after the link comes what is known as kinematic pairs. Kinematic pair. And what is kinematic pair? Kinematic pair is nothing but two links connected having relative motion with each other, having relative motion. So two links connected having relative motion will form a pair. Pair you know is two. So two links connected to form a relative motion will form a pair. So again, link is a component which connects two or more bodies. When two links are connected and those have a relative motion, it forms a kinematic pair. All these definitions are important. And after kinematic pair, there comes kinematic chain. Kinematic chain. Kinematic chain means a kinematic pairs or pair connected with a constrained motion or a desired motion. So kinematic pair, connected pair or pairs, I'm also putting plural, pair or pairs connected to constitute a constrained motion. Constrained means we are constraining that motion to the desired requirement of the mechanism. So we will be constraining the motion of motion of piston with the cylinder. So that piston only reciprocates inside that cylinder. So that is a kinematic chain. Two pairs connected to constitute a constrained motion will constitute a kinematic chain. And in a kinematic chain, next is the important, if inside a kinematic chain one of the links are fixed, that means one link is fixed. For example, the cylinder is fixed, cylinder does not move. So one link is fixed, or sometimes another word used is grounded. Fixed or grounded. When one of the links are fixed, then links line case. So one of the link or links are fixed, then that kinematic chain is known as what we popularly call as mechanism. So a link, again recapping, a link connects two or more components which are in relative motion, and when two links are connected and that have a relative motion, it is known as a pair. And when we have a pairs that are connected to get a desired motion or a constrained motion, that is motion we are constraining. We will go in detail what is constrained motion later. So when two links pairs are connected, two or more pairs are connected to get a desired motion, it is known as a kinematic chain. And one of the links of a kinematic chain is fixed or grounded, that means one is stationary and others are moving relative to that, then it is known as a mechanism. And In a mechanism, if force or torque is transmitted, then that mechanism is known as a machine. When a force or torque is transmitted through a mechanism, then it is known as a machine. So going reverse, machine is a mechanism which transmits force or torque, and mechanism is a kinematic chain which one of the links are fixed. And kinematic chain is a combination of kinematic pairs which constitute a desired or constrained motion. And kinematic pairs are the combination or connection of two or more links having relative motion to each other. And link is nothing but a connection of two bodies which are in relative motion to each other. So these are the basic components of a machine or a mechanism. These are the basic components of machine and mechanism, machine or mechanism. So you see how a machine is defined. For defining machine, you should know the mechanism. For defining mechanism, you should know the kinematic chain. For defining kinematic chain, you should know the kinematic pair. And for the kinematic pair, you should know the link. So just to explain this in a simple way, we have connecting rod piston as our kinematic link. When connecting rod piston and crankshaft is attached with the cylinder, it moves in a certain way, that is a reciprocating motion is converted into a rotating motion. So that forms a kinematic pair between piston and the cylinder, piston and connecting rod and crank. And when connecting, these pairs are connected together, then it forms a constrained motion which gives us reciprocating motion with the piston converted into rotating motion of the crank. So that forms a kinematic chain, and in that cylinder is fixed, cylinder is not moving, so it forms a mechanism, and that mechanism is called slider crank mechanism, that we will go in detail. And when force or torque is transmitted towards wheel, or wherever that reciprocating force is converted to rotating motion, and that rotating motion is transmitted to somewhere using some shaft or chain or something, then it forms a machine. That machine we call it as automobile. When it is used for traveling purpose, that machine is used as generator for generating current. So that is a simple explanation of kinematic, link, pair, chain and mechanism for IC engines. Piston and connecting rod forms the links. Piston connecting rod when connected forms the pairs, and when the pairs are connected to form a desired motion, that is cylinder piston moves inside the cylinder to form reciprocating motion, it becomes a chain. And when the cylinder is fixed inside a vehicle or where somewhere, that forms a mechanism. And when force is transmitted from that crank towards some useful purpose, it forms a machine. So that is the basic component of machine. So this forms the basic component of a machine or a mechanism. In first module, what we will do is we will go in detail of different basic mechanisms that we should know. There are different mechanisms like 4-bar mechanism, slider crank mechanism, quick return mechanism, Whitworth mechanism. Lot of mechanisms are there. Most of them you have seen, only the definitions are not there. So we will go in detail of each of the mechanism. So thank you. We will continue with this in the next lecture.